gonna go down there. I like how I was like, hey Kim, we were heading back to the hotel, and I was just like, hey, let's go see the river, just because. And so there it is. And then we just stumbled upon this famous boat. Don't even know how to say it. Natchez? Don't know. Yeah, just crazy. Just stumbled upon it. Probably. We were just about to head back to the hotel, and then Kim's like, there's people in Santa suits over there. So we're looking at them, and it looks like they're practicing some sort of dance or something. I don't know. We're coming towards you. Santa drinking games. They've been on the naughty list today. We were trying to figure out what these were. The waitress put them in there, and they were smaller, and then she poured the water on them, and they sort of like absorbed and got bigger and whatever. And we were like, what is that? Is that like a food thing? And then we just realized, we just asked her, and she said that they were hand wipes. And so Kim's unrolling it. But we're like, who's gonna know what that is? Someone just puts a little white tablet and then pours water on it. What are you supposed to do? I know what to do. Ooh, what'd you get, Kim?
The lava roll. Got like crunchy shrimp and salmon.
I got the Philly roll. Got smoked salmon, avocado, cream cheese. Yummy deliciousness. We found Mrs. Claus. Well, Santa's shorter than I thought he'd be. So before we left, Josiah told us that if we see a sign that says Go Saints, that we need to get it. But if we see a sign that says Go the other team, then we don't need to get that one. So we're on the lookout for a sign that says Go Saints. If we find one, we gotta get it. Also, we're in line for a tour right now. Superman it. That could look bad, especially near Bourbon Street. But then again, maybe that could go for some free beads. They're like, eh, close enough. Here you go. Start the tour. Now I get it. Huh? Yeah, that's why I said okay. I was like, man, that street is loud.
But, you know, the events that they describe in this house never took place here. And yet, on dark and stormy nights, people still say they realized is that her injuries were not actually as severe as they initially appeared to be, which meant that there was too much blood in the front row to have come through some of her injuries.
So I can have like have my knees like a little cracked up when I'm
Peace, y'all. Says peace, y'all.
Named after a short story that was published in the early 20th century, is that this is one of only a handful of truly French buildings in the French Quarter. The French city of New Orleans burnt to the ground twice, in 1788 and again in 1794.
Alcohol.
Now we're going to take a little break, and go to a haunted pirate bar, she says. Whatever that means, just check it out. Okay, so it's much too loud in there to get any video worth anything, but it looked very piratey, sort of like what you would, you know, like what you see at the pirate ride at Disneyland.
Except for lots of drunk people.
Yes, lots of drunk people in there. But it was very, very cool. Very.
She said it was like one of the oldest bars in New Orleans, and it's like the last bar on Bourbon Street. So
yeah.
Trap door opening or something. That's not what it is. Don't let your imagination get away with you. It's just electrical meters taking their sounds. Okay. So, a few things to kind of set some tone, set some context, set some history.
Kimberly.
They could just think of what they could do is
We're just outside Jackson Square, where there are cannons and cathedrals and whatnot.
people making out.
Random people making out on the corner. There's the cannons. There's the people.
Santa's hair.
So now we are in line to go get. We're in line at the gumbo shop. Can't seem to decide. Gumbo shop. So Kim got the shrimp creole, and I went with the seafood gumbo, equipped with half a little crab. I wasn't really expecting that when they said there would be crab in it. But it's all good. Got to try gumbo for the first time, like from New Orleans. I remember there was one day a couple years ago for my birthday, the Saints were playing on like Thursday night football. And Kim was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I was like, I want to watch the football game and eat gumbo. And then she was like, I'll do it for you. And apparently gumbo takes a lot longer to cook than, you know, most meals, but it tastes really good. So we're about to find out which was better, Kim's or original from the gumbo shop in New Orleans. It's really good, but at the same time, I want to say yours was better.
I win!
Woo. Anytime you eat crab, you always gotta have a little fun.
Poor lady just carrying the flowers. Wave away the vampires!
Yeah, according to
There's some kind of alcohol for sure.
next stop, Cafe Du Monde. It's one of those musts. Two orders of beignets and then 2 hot chocolates.
Okay, cash on these alright?
Getting beignets in New Orleans, Cafe Du Monde. Finally the beignets in the Cafe Du Monde. And the bubbles. All right, we're about to dig in. What are you dipping it off for?
Just like a little too
If
much.
they made it like that, then that's how you're supposed to eat it. It's very, I taught her sugar gets very cakey. But it's really good. It's like little donut pillows. I'm making a mess. It's all over my face. A little bit. After that, now it's back to the hotel.
Ready for the Saints game.
Tomorrow. So I'm so excited. We're here in Champion Square. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. Just walked through a massive puddle and now my shoes are soaked. Can't believe. Excited. Got through security. Ready to roll. We're down underneath, getting ready to walk on the field. Oh. So exciting. Huh? Well, I don't know.
America's won the toss to start in the second half. Let's ready. Look, please. New Orleans will receive the opening kickoff.
So the game was great. We actually ended up on the video board when it was like trying to get people hyped up, and that was surprising. We just happened to be looking up there at that moment. Then we got a little wild for all of our 2 seconds of fame. But yeah, it was a good ending. Way to end on an interception, and then afterwards we went back to sushi. And then, so you hear about that right now. We're back here at Tsunami Sushi because it was so dang good. And then you always got to take care of your chefs here, right in front of you at the bar. Hooked them up with the NFL game on the NFL mobile app, and then ended up getting a mistake out of it. How's it taste? And then after that, we just went back to the hotel because we killed ourselves yesterday with all that walking around, and yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit old. So we're feeling it today a little bit, but went back to the hotel to regroup for about an hour or so, and then now we're headed to Jackson Square for the annual caroling, which only happens once a year, and it happens to be on our last night in town.
Is Santa Claus showed up or what?
Goodbye, room. So if you're staying in New Orleans, you have to stay at the old number 77 hotel in Chandlery, because this was an awesome hotel. Last day stops. We had to stop by this place and get some coffee and just check it out. It's a pretty chill place. What's the plan? Sleep. So we checked out of our hotel, but we're killing time for the next 2 hours. We don't really know what exactly we should do, but we don't want to sit here wasting those 2 hours when we could be... You said yes?
I don't.
We're going to be doing something. But we're going to be sitting on the plane until midnight, pretty much. Bye, New Orleans.
Hold my baby.
Excited to get back. Yeah. Me too. Have to blink and for safety.
welcome aboard Southwest Flight 451 on the way to Phoenix.
Yeah.
We have coffee though with that crew.
Every seat's going to be taken on this flight. We do have open seating, just so you know that. You can sit anywhere you like.
Whoa! We're back. Well, we're in the airport. But we can't wait to be home. We'll wake those boys up to shake them and throw them in the air and hug them. We're home. Now to decompress and relax and fall asleep for 6 hours.
6 hours.
If we're lucky. What a trip. What a past 5 days. Thank you, New Orleans.